So, like as I was saying, the Django model is the middleman between the Django project or the Django web application and your database. Your database, like I said, is where all information you are requesting from your um, website sits resides. Every application has a database of some kind. Now, it not just interacts with the database. You actually use this model to create your database. That's another good thing with Django. So you don't necessarily need to understand the nitty gritty of SQL, although it is very very important in software development that you know how database works and how um, to tweak or to play with databases is really important because it's the fundamental. I believe is the fundamental of uh, software development or web development or uh, software engineering. The models will help you create and interact with this database, which is why you hear. I don't know if your your instructor ever discussed anything like ORM, object relational mapping. So because Python is an object-oriented programming language. So the Django Web Framework, which is a Python web framework, does what they call object relational mapping. So it literally creates Python object that you can create Python objects which are classes, and these classes will just automatically create database tables for you. So they call it, they will say Django is a ORM. It uses, I think, ORM architecture, or it's an ORM based web development framework. So it's object relational mapping because you literally create objects that helps you create a database table. I hope that is um, well explained. And so by the time you now your model now interact with database and see, oh, I need something, somebody's asking for information, then the circle will now go back to the it will now do like a reverse reaction, which is it will now feed the information if it's available. It will go back to the models, from the models to the views, from the views to the URL, from the URL for that the application URL, from the application URL to the Django project URL, then from the Django project URL back to your front end, or um, to what you are seeing, what you are interacting with yeah, on your browser. And that's when you now see, um, by the time you click somewhere, I click on home, that response because available. If it is not available in my database, it will bring up some form of error, or it will just do redirect you, something like that. And so that's basically how Django architecture works. It's called a monolithic architecture because you build everything in one sitting, and it sits in one folder, everything. So it's called monolithic architecture. There are different types of architecture of software development. There's monolithic, there's microservices architecture. um, I think there's a single page architecture like that. I've forgotten the different types. It's been a very long time. I actually it's been a long time. Actually, I thought I taught web development or software development. It's been a very long time. I hope this helps. See you in the next video.